Hello, welcome back to another video. So I thought I'd take us through next week's pre-orders. Now I'm not particularly interested in all of it, however I am interested in most of it. So I thought rather than just leaving the few parts out that I'm not particularly excited about, I might as well do the lot. So the order we'll go through is 40k, Diachasm, Blood Bowl, Middle-earth, Black Library, and then I'll say a few words at the end about next week's live preview. Now, I'll probably spend most of this video on Warhammer 40k, so if you don't want to see that, skip ahead. And indeed, with any of the other things, if you're not interested in what I'm talking about, move forward to where you are interested. Now, 40k wise is interesting this week because not only do we have a new Combat Patrol box, we have another large box that's coming out featuring Sisters of Battle and Drukhari, but also we've got some interesting and important literature coming out as well. So we'll start with the new box, or this limited box. So this is Piety and Pain. So it features Adeptus Mechanicus and Drukhari. So in here, Adeptus Mechanicus wise, we get some Retributors, a pair of Cherubs, an Immolator, and a Palatine. On the Drukhari Force side, we get Lilith Hesperax. So it's a new plastic model. We also get some Witches, some Scourges, and a Venom. We also get a campaign book, some data sheets, crusade rules and all that kind of stuff. Now there's no price for this yet, so I can't do a kind of cost saving breakdown or anything like that. But I'm assuming with boxes like this, usually there is some leaks that come out pretty quickly. So I imagine that if the prices do leak, I will obviously cover that in another video. Now moving on to the new Drukhari stuff. So we've got a new Combat Patrol box. That features an Archon, some Calibite Warriors, 5 Incubi, a Raider and a Ravager. Now that comes to 135 quid if you buy it separately. So assuming that this box is going to be at £85, which is the same as the other Combat Patrol boxes, that is a really good saving. It works out to 50 quid or just short of 40% in total. Now we get a new codex as well. We also get some data cards and some brand new dice. Now, before we get on to the new 40k books that have come out, I just wanted to quickly say, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I do these videos every Sunday night, and I also do a number of other videos during the week. But if you haven't subscribed already, I would massively appreciate it if you would. I'll also take this moment to quickly plug a link in the description. That is my affiliate link to Element Games. So if you wouldn't mind using that link to do your purchases, it will give me a little kickback, but it won't cost you a penny more. But it really helps to keep things going here, and it really helps me to bring new content. Now finally for 40k, we've got two new books. We have The Book of Rust. So that is Act 1 of Warzone Caradron. So what I'll do is I'll quickly read the blurb that's on the Warhammer community website. So it says, this campaign book tells of the story of the Death Guard invasion of the Caradron sector, home to the vital Forge world Metallica, led by Typhus himself. The followers of Nurgle swarm across the sector, with the Imperia's defenders standing against them, and the piratical Drukhari taking advantage of the anarchy to plunder and pillage. So there you go. So it is heavily themed with Nurgle, but it also crosses over with our Drukhari releases this week as well. Now, to go with that book, we have a new mission pack, the Plague Purge. So this is designed specifically to work with the rules in the Book of Rust. So as with other mission packs, there's 24 missions in this book, 6 for each size of battle. Now, I actually really like these. For anyone who does play a lot 40k, sometimes if you find yourself continuing to play the same missions or the same types of battles all the time, I like these books because it can take you through a whole range of different things and take some of those setup ideas out of your hands and just, gives you something to play that's set up for you already. Moving on to Underworld's Diachasm, we've got the new Seraphon team, which I think these look awesome. In fact, everything that has been announced and has come out so far from Diachasm has been absolutely fantastic. So this particular run of Underworlds, I'm going to collect all of it just because I think they look so cool at the moment. I've never bought any Underworlds products in the past, but these ones are I'm really taken with. I think they're really great. I'm probably going to buy 2 of these kits to kit bash a few of these models into my Seraphon Blood Bowl team. I think they're really cool, and you can see some of the stances and that kind of thing. They are halfway there for Blood Bowl. speaking of Blood Bowl, that is what we've got next. So we've got a re-release of the Halfling pitch. Now, it's not exactly the same. Obviously it's rebranded to the newer version of Blood Bowl, but yeah, it is the same pitch, just different dugouts and that kind of thing. We also have their upgraded card pack, so it'll be interesting to see what's changed there. They've also got some new dice. I massively preferred the dice that came out with the last season. I don't think much of these at all, really, but the old ones were really cool. But that is what we've got for Blood Bowl. Now, sticking with halflings, we have got Treebeard with a couple of halflings on his shoulder there. So this is a plastic kit. This has been out in resin in the past, but this is the first time it's been available in plastic. So we've got Treebeard there. Now, also available in resin, coming from Forge World, right next to him, you can see his friend Quickbeam. So that will be available for pre-order on Friday. Now, there's also some dice available. So these are themed for the Ents of the Fangorn Forest. We've also got Merry and Pippin there as well. And finally, we have some Easterlings. So these are Dragon Cult Acolytes, and they'll be available next week as well. We've also got a bunch of Black Library releases this week as well. I'm not really interested in any of these. For me, it's all about waiting for the Cursed City book. Not just to get the character card. So for anyone who doesn't know, when that book comes out, there will be a character card that comes with the book that you can use in the game as well. But as for next week releases, the only highlight for me really is Blood of the Emperor. You know, I like these anthology type books that have got multiple stories. I haven't got a massive attention span for reading, but yeah, I do like little anthology books. So things like the old Blood Bowl books that came out, stuff like that. I really like them. The other takeaway for me possibly is Ravenor Returned, just because I like Dan Abnett's books. I think he's very good for Black Library. So yeah, that's my takeaways for this week. But there's a few available as well, fans for Fabius Bile especially. And then finally, we've got next week's Warhammer preview, Faith and Damnation. So these have been very good recently. I do really like them, and I have more often than not had something to say afterwards, whether it's about new stuff and that kind of thing. But I'm hoping for another good one next week. So lined up for us, we've got announcements for Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Underworlds, 40k and Necromunda. There's also been a kind of a teasing image that's been released for it. So in terms of what we can take from here, I reckon the guy on the right, I think that's an Ossiarch Bone Reaper for Underworlds. The guy in the middle is obviously Adeptus Mechanicus, and we have seen a few little leaks from him back all the way back the Christmas Day, I believe it was, when they do their sort of next year in Warhammer and all that kind of stuff. So I think that is from there. And the guy on the left, I haven't got a clue. So I'm thinking maybe something to do with Necromunda, maybe a new gang or something like that. But I really have no solid idea on what it could possibly be. But to be fair, it does look really cool. But for everything that could possibly be announced, one thing I'm really looking forward to this year is some more Soulblight. So we've seen quite a few things recently that have been teased and that kind of stuff, the odd model here and there. We've also seen the Soulblight facing Underworld stuff, which also looks really cool. So more Soulblight stuff for me would be really, really good. Now, in terms of the channel, I just want to say a big hello to my new subscribers. So in the last couple of weeks, I've picked up a hell of a lot of new subscribers, by my standards anyway. You know, I'm sure for most larger YouTubers, it's pigeon feed. But for me, I'm really, really happy to have picked up recently, and I just wanted to welcome my new subscribers. I also just want to say, anyone who's not subscribed and they enjoy my content, please do so. It's really massively appreciated by me, and if you like things like this, make sure you hit that bell so you get notified as and when I bring out something new. In terms of content for the channel, I've got quite a lot coming up this week, so I still haven't released my review of Pariah Nexus, and the honest reason for that is that I haven't played enough of it to really know if I like it or not. That might sound like it's quite damning, but I just want to make sure I give the best possible account for the game that I can. And what I mean basically by that is that generally I think the game is good, but I don't know if all the elements that come in that box actually fit well for what they're trying to do. But my main focus for this week is going to be all about Warhammer 40k Imperium. So for those of you listening who are lucky enough to live in the UK, Warhammer 40k Imperium, the new partwork magazines from Hachette, is on its trial run at the moment, and I will be reviewing the first issue early next week. But also I've been putting together a Q&A session, so a lot of people have been sending in questions for me regarding Imperium, getting either my opinion on it or asking for clarification. I've been putting all of those together into a little Q&A video, which I'll be releasing over the next day or so. Now, it's not too late to get any questions in for that, so if there's any questions you want asking about Warhammer 40k Imperium, just let me know. You can let me know in the comments here, or you can drop me an email. That's mike@foible.co.uk, and I'll obviously, if there's anything I haven't got already, I will add it into that video. But thank you very, very much for watching. It's much appreciated. I have to admit, I really enjoy doing these Sunday preview videos because it gives me a little bit of a chance to have a channel update in general, let you know what's going to be coming up over the week and that kind of thing. So I hope you're enjoying these videos as well. If you are, drop a subscribe and a like, and I'll catch you all very, very soon. See ya.